Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to another GeoGuessr video, another half-blind and grayscale video. Today, we're starting today at 1242, which is in a Master. We had quite a big drop down the leaderboard, unfortunately. But yeah, nothing really came out of the cheating allegations, it appears. They have not added me on Discord, they have not done anything, and yeah, I probably just won't aggravate it further. Anyways, looks like we're starting at 1242, so I'm going to queue up for our first game here, and I'll see you guys when I find an opponent. All right, first game here against a Polish player with emojis in their name, 1130. We start off in... As you can see, I'm trying this checkerboard this time. We'll see how that goes. Looks like the wires are going for a pull on the top. Am I thinking Indonesia, Malaysia, maybe? I don't hate Indonesia here. Let's try a little Kalimantan guess. It is unfortunately just Riau. We do get the right country, but they are a little bit closer in mainland Malaysia. All right, let's move on to round two. In Japan, it looks like we do have the pretty clear low cam here. Maybe some tea being grown. So I will consider a little bit of Kyushu here. Yeah, why not? It's Hokkaido. Oh, was not tea at all, probably. I have no idea what that was. Well, that's a lot of damage, and that's not good. Round three. We move into Serbia, maybe, with this bollard here. No, not Serbia. I guess it's just Slovenia, eh? And it is very flat, so I'm going to go east. Seems quite reasonable. Could be Austria as well. A-frame pull, a bit more likely to be found in Slovenia, I'd say. This one here. But yeah, not seeing down the road is a little hard, but at least we're seeing some part of the road, which could be useful. It does just end up being Slovenia here, but near Ljubljana. And we'll lose 11 points of health, unfortunately. They are slightly closer there. Round four. In India here. And we have some Hindi. And it looks quite dry. I could maybe see a Rajasthan here. Let's hedge here. And it was just Maharashtra, so we will lose a bunch more points. It's so hard to get a feel for the climate in grayscale, man. It's so hard to get a feel for the climate. All right, round five, 1.5x damage. And we'll try our turn in what appears to be Senegal here with these outer dashes. And we'll just drop it somewhere in Jorbel or near Tuba. We'll see how that works out for us. We'll see where our opponent goes. And was pretty close to where we've guessed. We do our first damage of the duel, so no flawless today. Luckily, lopping around 6 double damage. In Sweden, maybe? I can only see that one dash. So I will be going Sweden here. It is Norway. That makes sense. It did... Maybe it was just a longer dash, but they do end up going Sweden. We do a little bit more damage, around 7. 2.5. In Ghana, I'd say we do have a pretty boxy-looking car blur here. I think Ghana fits, right? Let's hope that this inner line is white. It does look white, though. And hopefully it's not like Guatemala or something. But I think Ghana fits. We do have some palms here, so I'm going to click closer to the coast. And yeah, we should be driving right. And it is just Ghana there, but all the way on the border. We'll take the win. A little bit of a multi-merchant there. Feels a little bit bad, but we'll take the 11 rating. Let's take a look at that Riau real quick. Yeah, makes sense. Symmetrical pull, I guess, doesn't really make much sense. But yeah, big oil palm plantation here. It looks like, and then this Hokkaido, I just got the completely wrong vibe. Doesn't appear to be tea that they're growing, though. Didn't know that they grow some tea in Hokkaido. But that's fair enough. Very nice get by our opponent to get Hokkaido here. Makes sense, certainly. We do have a lot of northern-looking trees, but yeah, very nice guess by them. All right, well, that's going to be game one. We will queue up for another game here. I'll see you guys when I find my next opponent. All right, game here against Siemon, 13-13. They are in champion. And we hop into a, not an easy round here. Yeah, it is a little bit tough, right? Because as I mentioned, we are an arbitrary rural world. Could see Brazil here, I guess. I think that's what I'm trying. It is just Minas Gerais. Fair enough. But we do lose 13-37. Hopping around 2. We just need to set ourselves up for a potential multi-merchant in every game. And we move into what appears to be Australia here, driving left. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Go something out here. And it is just Wa there. Fair enough, near Mount Holland. It's going to be 2,700. We'll take the points, and we'll hop into round 3. In Brazil, it looks like, right? I think with these terraced fields, I think it makes sense, hopefully. Was just Piranha there. Probably had red soil there. We'll take a look after the round, but pretty even on health now as we hop into round 4 against Finn. And what are we thinking here? Probably something Texas maybe is possible with this pavement. I hope it's a yellow center line. But it is just New Mexico. We kind of go same place in Texas. Ends up being eastern New Mexico. And we hop in around 5, 1.5x damage. In not an easy round here. You can only see half of the screen. I wish I could see what season we're in. First thought was Croatia. We have a little bit of a car glitch here. It's somewhat reasonable. Let's run it. Okay, it ends up being Slovakia there. Fair enough. They end up going United Kingdom. Almost game. Not quite enough. Well, you happen around 6. Anything can really happen here. In double damage, and I have no idea what this is. Is this Guam? Is it Guam or Puerto Rico, or... The blur feels very weird for Mexico. My initial thought was Yucatan, and then I saw the blur, and I don't know if that really fits, so... I guess I'm going NMI Guam, and we'll just hedge in between the two. Okay, it is NMI, and the hedge pays off. We'll take it. It might get reported, but... because there's no coverage on this island, of course, but yeah, we go for the hedge, and it does end up paying off. We pick up 19 rating there. We're up to 1272. And we will queue up for another game here, and I'll see you guys when I find my next opponent. All right, running it back against Finn here, 1294. We start off in Turkey, I think, with this. Yeah, it says something Belediyesi there. I can't exactly read what that says, unfortunately. Feels like Ankara or something adjacent. And it is just Denizli there. Fair enough. I wonder what it said. Bozkurt. We'll take a look. But yeah, it's just Turkey there. We hopping around too. In Panama, it looks like with this kind of car blur. Car blur very useful actually in grayscale, which is nice. And it does end up being pretty far west there, near the Costa Rica border. But 48 points of damage is all we'll take. Let's hop into round 3. And we have an Argentina here, it looks like, right? Yeah, I'd say so. I guess it could be Brazil. Is it Brazil? I guess it is Brazil. Yeah, it might be Brazil. Oh, it's Argentina. Okay, well, we both went Brazil. We did have a wooden pole, and that's why I've gone Rio Grande do Sul there. I think it's reasonable with how it looked. We get Bangladesh maybe with the train crossing. Looks pretty tropical. Banana plants and such. So I guess we're going Bangladesh. And 2025, we'll just drop it in. Oh. Okay. Well, we've both gone Bangladesh. It appears. I kind of want to look at that round afterwards. And this is India, I guess. Looks like very poor quality camera. We'll just be clicking Maharashtra here. Ends up being Rajasthan. Fair enough. So they do get some points off of us. 908. We're pretty much back to even now on 2x damage. Round 6. In South Africa, I think, with the Gen 2. And that wood pull there. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm just going to click around Joburg. And does end up being southwest of Joburg there. And we will pick up some points. 958. We're moving around 7, 2.5x damage now. In a difficult round. Looks like Europe. They've sent 23. It's just Slovenia there. Nice guess by them. I wonder what was behind the gray screen. Round 8 in South Korea. Shouldn't be too much damage. We do have, I don't know if that's water there. It's probably not. I'm just going to click middle. It is water. Probably should have just went for it. They sent pretty fast, so I just assumed they clicked middle. So that's what I decided to do as well. But yeah, we're moving around 9. In not an easy round here. We have a bunch of eucalyptus. I'm thinking probably just Australia then. Especially with the dirt road. Doesn't feel... I mean, that's probably the sun there. So sun is probably north. But do you go Tasmania? It's possible. Could just be Vic as well. No, it's actually Chile. All right, 24 damage. They end up going Galicia, which makes sense. A lot of rounds to review in this game, as we get a Japan here. Not great, because I can't see the pull top, unfortunately. I guess theoretically, I just click label and just hope for the best and hope they don't just outguess me here. If it ends up being Kyushu, it ends up being Kyushu. And yeah, it does end up being Japan there. We'll take the win. And the label click obviously pays off. And let's take a look at some of these rounds. What Beladeasi did it say? Boskurt. Yeah, I never heard of Boskurt, but now I know where Boskurt is. It appears. What else? This Argentina here. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, this sign kind of weird for Brazil. I feel like we would get a thicker signpost mostly. So yeah, Panhandle makes sense. This is the round. Okay, we do have a blurred out plate here, which should indicate Indonesia. And yeah, we got some tile roofs in the background. Obviously couldn't see those. They could have been metal for all I know, because like without color, if this was just black and white to you, it would be hard to identify if it's a metal roof or just like a tiled roof. But yeah, with this color, obviously it's tiles. So we get quite fortunate there not to lose. Slovenia was the other one. Yeah, that's just a good get by them, I think. Makes a lot of sense to be Slovenia or Austria, I think. So maybe I should have hedged there. I kind of just saw 2023 copyright and I just went Germany there. But yeah, I didn't notice we had another like rolling hill there. But makes a lot of sense. And then the Chile. Yeah, a bit of a tougher one. I guess if you can decipher that you're driving right, because we don't really see anything on the front of the car here. And in Australia, most of the time, we would probably see something. And if we were driving right in Europe, like Spain or Portugal, we would probably see antenna or something usually. So yeah, Chile makes sense. Ends up being Bio Bio, which, yeah. Fair enough. All right. That was 3 games, right? So let's queue up for another one here. I'll see you guys when I find my next opponent. All right, we get a Greek player 115.93. And we start off in Tunisia. I guess we have antenna, so I guess that checks out. Okay, it is just down here near Tunis. Just click capital and you win sometimes. 132. We'll move into round 2 here. And we get quite northern looking around here. I mean, I'm going Norway or Sweden. It's just Norway, but middle. Fair enough. 739 points. Not a great way to lose that, but it definitely happens. Round 3. Was kind of hedging for all the northern stuff, but it wasn't as north as I thought. This one feels like Shaba, maybe? Gen 3? Wires are going like on the top of the pole. I don't know. My first vibe here was Saba for some reason, so let's try it. And it is Sarwak, but we'll take it. They end up going NMI. Fair enough. We'll take the points, though. We'll move it around 4. In India, it looks like soil looks pretty dark. Like, I can even see that in black and white, so I will probably just be going Maha here with the dark soil. And right over the border in Karnataka there, but still a good region guess, 1264. Yeah, moving around 5. In the Philippines, I think. Concrete road, coconut palm spam like this. Looks like we're driving right pretty clearly. Sun is quite ambiguous. And I feel like on a tie pole, the wires would be vertical rather than like horizontal like this. So I think it makes sense. Ends up being Negros there, but we do pick up some points. Or sorry, they pick up some points on us. 498. And let's hop in around 6 now, double damage. In Kazakhstan was my first thought. I think that's quite reasonable. I can't tell the season though, so I think I'm just going to hedge Karaganda. Like, it seems more eastern Kazakhstan. Doesn't seem as sandy, so I think it's reasonable to just hedge Karaganda here and let our opponent make the good guess. It does end up being Pavlodar there. I guess it was autumn coverage. Fair enough. That's going to be GG. We'll take the win. And I feel like nothing really to review there. We'll pick up 13 rating and we'll queue up for our last game. I will see you guys when I find my last opponent of the video. All right, we get a game here against Blood of Solitude, 1407. And we start off in Russia, I guess. I'm getting confused here. Not Arj, right? I feel like this seems like way more Russian. But the car looks black? So maybe it... Where's the sun? Sun seems south, right? I'm about to go Russia on Argentina, or... Man, if I'm going Argentina, I'm going Kizil, right? Yeah, whatever. Sign feels more Russian to me, but okay. Thank goodness. Both end up going around the same place, 2 damage, and we hop in round 2. In Romania, I think we do have those outer dashes with some corn growing, which makes sense. Region guess-wise, feels quite dry, so maybe I'm thinking hills here or like hills near Bucharest. Definitely feels like more eastern to south Romania. It's just middle. It's just middle, guys. Why complicate things? 204. Hopping around 3. In Indonesia, I think, right? Looks like we're driving left. Like, we're looking at the back of this motorbike. I don't know where, though. Can't really see too much of the image, which is unfortunate. I think I'm just going to go Java here and try to minimize points lost. And if they make a good region guess, then more power to them. Like, I would have went Sumatra, but I feel like it's quite risky. So I think Java is the safest. And it is just Bali. All right. Well, that's 26, 37, 39 in the bag. Sorry. Round 4. In... What is this? Taiwan, maybe? Definitely seems like this is a yellow line. Like, it's a bit thicker in the middle. I don't like this round. I can't see this poll here. This poll would solve everything for me. Could be Thailand as well. Maybe I like Thailand a bit more. I'm gonna try it. Might lose a lot of points here, but not certain. Mexico also came to mind, maybe. There's a lot of things that came to mind. Oh, it's just Philly. Okay. Fair enough. That is some points back for them. We're pretty even on health now. Topping around 5, 1.5 X damage. In Panama, it looks like, yeah, pretty easy. Panama, I'd say we have the Carbler. Looks like a different shade than the outer lines. And yeah, once again, not that much damage. 138 points. We're moving around 6 now. Double damage. See what we can do. Ooh, not that easy of a round here, is it? Thought Spain maybe seems quite dry looking. Greece is also a possibility, but yeah, it definitely feels quite dry. So I'm gonna go Spain, I think. It's Portugal, south, makes sense. We do lose some more points there. 1276, so we're on the ropes. In danger of losing our 4-game win streak, round 7. And I have no idea what I'm looking at. What is this? Is that the water there? I guess? 2023? What? Greece? I don't know. Like, I'm a bit lost on this one. It is Greece. Here. Murdo Speech POI. We'll take the points. I don't know. Round 8 triple. In Philly, I think. Where do you go? I guess you probably go lose on then. Mountains east here. I don't know. It could also not be lose on though. Concerned about that. I guess you can probably just go here somewhere. I don't know. This makes sense with the mountains east. But luckily, we only lose 138 points, so certainly we can multi-merchant here round 9. In India. That looks like a trident pull here. Maybe. I trust. It certainly looks like a trident pull. I'm gonna try it. I am gonna try it. Nope. Just ends up being Tamil Nadu. Yeah, pretty minimal points there. I mean, maybe they also saw a trident pull. That's why they also went Karnataka there round 10. Where's this? Coast is west. Feels like Newfie, but how can it be Newfie here? How is that possible? Cape Breton? Possible? Maybe. I guess Cape Breton is possible. The angle doesn't look that great, though, where I'm at. Yeah, we'll try it. It's Gaspe. Okay, that's going to be game. GG's. Well played by our opponent. Gaspe makes sense. Let's take a look at this game. Where did I miss out on? Yeah, unfortunately, I get multi-merchanted here, but the Philippines, we have white center lines. That's tough. I just assumed it was yellow, but it's not. Fair enough. And I guess the wires going horizontal didn't make sense on the pole there. Portugal, probably gettable. Like, I probably get this if not playing. Line grayscale. Oh my god, this is a sick round. Holy. Well, I'm glad that I got Greece here, because I couldn't see any of this stuff. Oh my god, this water is so blue. What the heck? That's sick. Tamil Nadu rounds. I thought this was a trident pull. But yeah, it's not the exact trident pull. I guess it does look quite south. And then the Gaspe one. Yeah, we have a double signpost here. No front. Yeah, this is probably quite gettable, actually, now that I think about it, but it's tough. It happens. We do gain some elo today, which is quite good. And let's see where we end off at. We end off at 1291, which puts us in the promotion zone. Well, not bad. Could be worse. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, of course, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another GeoGuessr video. Peace.